YouTube TV has rejected Disney's Election Day request. ABC will stay dark during a high-stakes broadcast. Well, where will the children get their news? This story by Marvin Montanaro.
Fox.
Disney tried throwing a Hail Mary today ahead of Election Day coverage, and YouTube TV swatted it away. The nation gearing up for election night. The entertainment giant asked YouTube TV to temporarily restore ABC for 20 hours. The request let viewers tune in for the most watched news cycles in the country. The response, a big old corporate nope. We're going to read this real quick because Marvin told me about this. It's kind of amazing. We agree that the right priority here is to give customers what they want. This is YouTube. As you know from the many content disputes you've been a part of, customers don't want companies fighting in content blackouts. But unfortunately, your proposal would permit us to return Disney's ABC stations only for a day and will cause customer confusion among those who may briefly see ABC on YouTube TV, only to lose it again shortly after. There are plenty of other options for customers. Election news information is very widely available across other broadcast stations and news networks on YouTube TV, as well as on the main YouTube service for free. In fact, on the last 2 U.S. election days, the vast majority of tuned-in YouTube TV subscribers chose not to watch ABC, which,
Well,
by the way, sick bird.
Yeah, but that's because it's got Snuffleupagus on there who lies about everything.
Yeah. Publicly resorting to the same tactic that Disney relied on in past disputes fails to acknowledge the distinction between YouTube and other distribution platforms. As you know, Disney can continue to live stream news information on the ABC News YouTube page, which has 19 million subscribers, and its ABC local stations can also do it on their YouTube pages. To truly achieve what is best for our mutual customers, we propose immediately restoring the Disney channels that our customers watch, ABC and ESPN networks, while we continue to negotiate. Those are the channels that people want. If you agree with our proposal and give us approval, we can get operational teams together and get these channels live in hours. Let us know how you'd like to proceed. More importantly, let's get a fair deal done so we can get back to providing our mutual customers with content they want.
You know, I did a video about this, Jonas. I dropped it this morning, and the thing is that Disney is willingly like throwing 10 million fans out the window.
Yeah,
and that doesn't make sense to me.
It's also at the same time that the Fubo deal has gone through, so all the Hulu with live TV people, I believe, are going to be getting Fubo or something that will they still probably brand it as Hulu. They don't want to kill that brand altogether, but Hulu is on its death march right now, whether it's by the name of the company or the operations of the company. They're just going to absorb it into the unsuccessful. That's the punishment for being successful. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So looking at this is fantastic because this YouTube TV is a profitable segment, I do believe, of Google, but it's not where they really make their money. It is something that is very helpful to them in selling ads, but I don't think this is something that YouTube really needs right now. So they're willing to let them suffer a little bit. In the same way that Spectrum was like, well, we make most of our money with internet now as opposed to cable. So we're not going to do this thing where if we have to let go of video, then we'll let go of video. But in this case, you have $1 trillion company that's Google in this case, that is doing business with a $200 billion company. Yeah. And that $200 billion company is used to being able to say, oh, we'll have our way. You just
no,
wait
you won't.
We'll have our way. I don't think that's going to work this time.
Yeah. And I think that's 100%. I think I said something similar in the video that I dropped, but I'm looking at it like it's not in YouTube's best interest to be bullied around by minuscule Disney. People aren't going to abandon YouTube TV because Disney's not on there. Disney's not a player anymore. They like to pretend they are, but their stock has collapsed. And I'm not talking literally their stock on the market, but their stock as far as credibility with the general public has fallen so dramatically that people don't even go to see their movies anymore. They don't trust Disney across the board, and they certainly don't trust their news. So it's just, it's like the trust in institutions, especially the ones that have played politics for a long time, It's absolutely in the gutter, and it's not going to pick up until they change their ways. But Iger is essentially, as far as I'm concerned, a criminal in destroying shareholder value. And ever since he returned, he's done nothing but that. So it is what it is.
I completely agree with you. This is something where all that Disney has left is strong arming and business tactics, because the content quality is not there, and all they have is the exclusivity, and they have the rights to many IPs. They're basically an IP holding company that makes deals to acquire more IP, and what they can't buy outright, they'll rent for a little while. I like Marvin's summary here later on in the article, and you guys should check out the whole thing. YouTube's message boiled down to, you created the blackout. Your one-day comeback confuses users. People aren't even watching ABC here anyways, and ABC can stream on YouTube for free, so viewers aren't stuck. It's very dismissive, and it's something that this is not Comcast that has a region lock. This is not Spectrum, who also is getting slightly out of this business. They said, take it or leave it. It's a dying industry. And Disney is trying to create their own competitor to YouTube TV in the background. So they have no reason to subsidize this content. So.
Well, and again, I mean, YouTube has the greatest possible reach. Why are you running away from that?
Exactly. Well, because they want to build their own with YouTube with live TV. We've missed Monday Night Football, and I'm just weeping in my Cheerios over that.
Well, I mean, you missed college football and all the brands that Disney distributes through for all of that, which is a different network channels like the SEC network and all of that. But I like I said, I mean, sports fans have lots of options if they're looking for digital coverage. And guess what? I think Amazon does that too. Yep. And I mean, there's a lot of, like, Apple does sports now. So as I look across the landscape, I'm like, Disney, you got into this, as always, too late.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, I think that if Amazon ever got into actual live television, and we have all these teeny tiny companies doing, and it's funny to call cable companies teeny tiny. If we have these small companies like Warner Brothers and Versant or Discovery Global, when it comes down to it, and Paramount and in Disney, these smaller players in the space having to provide to larger providers here, I think that becomes a fascinating back and forth. But we'll have to see how that all turns out.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.